بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف وجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. We continue our reflections on Dua Makarim al-Akhlaq in order to draw later an Islamic model for life. We reach this passage. اللهم صل على محمد وآله ومتعني بالاقتصاد واجعلني من أهل السداد ومن أدلة الرشاد ومن صالح العباد. Did you manage to find it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh Allah, please send your salutations to Muhammad and his household, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَتِّعْنِي بِالْإِقْتِصَادِ, and enable me to enjoy moderation. Iqtisad, which today we say in Arabic economics, iqtisad, but literally iqtisad comes from qasd, and qasd means to intend, and also it means balance. In Khutbatul Muttaqin, Amir al-Mu'minin says about the Muttaqin that مشيهم التواضع وملبسهم الاقتصاد. It's the same sense. So please give me iqtisad, means balance, moderation. It's so important not to go to extremes in everything. Even Quran says when it comes to charity, you should be balanced. You shouldn't give too little, and you shouldn't give too much that you become yourself, poor or bankrupt. Or when it comes to your time, you should give your time to people, to community, but not all your time, so that you have nothing for your ibadah, nothing for your family, nothing for making your halal rizq. So balance is very important. So this is one of important characteristics of Islamic lifestyle. وَجْعَلْنِي مِنْ أَهْلِ السَّدَادِ, and please make me one of those people who have sadad. Sadad means firm condition, which means a kind of right type of approach to life, right type of approach to everything. To be firm. To be firm is different from being harsh. Yeah. To be firm means, for example, how a teacher can be firm, how a speaker can be firm, how a repairman can be firm. It is when you know things, you know how to deliver it, and you do your best to deliver it properly. You don't need to later, regret or apologize or say I could have done better. I made mistake. So to be firm doesn't mean to be harsh. To be firm means you think carefully, you do your job properly, so that what you do is established. Is it good in English to say firm?
Do you mean steadfast, steady?
Steadfast is more a kind of for movement, yeah?
So this one is like if you've well thought it, you don't have to keep changing minds.
Yeah.
It's firm in its establishing.
Because sadada means to strengthen, to make it firm. So firm is different from harsh. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, you can be firm but kind. But like for example, when we drive, we can be firm in the regulations, but it doesn't mean that we are harsh. وَاجْعَلْنِي مِنْ أَهْلِ السَّدَادِ وَمِنْ أَدِلَّةِ الرَّشَادِ. Not only I want to be one of the people who are firm and in the right, of course, position, I want to be one of the signs of guidance. Rashad and Rushd means guidance or right conduct. Adilla is the plural for dalil. Means I want to be one of the signs of guidance. Means not only I am guided, I want other people learn from me and be inspired by me, and I can show them guidance. وَمِن صَالِحِ الْعِبَادِ, and please include me among righteous servants. It's a very high position to be salih. Even Ibrahim alayhi salam says, "Al-haqni bis-salihin." Please let me join those who are righteous. And we have 4 groups of people who are at the top: Nabiyyin, Shuhada, Siddiqin, Salihin. Yeah, these are the people that Allah has bestowed His blessings upon them. An'amta alayhim are these 4. Man yuti'illah wal rasul fa ulaika ma'al ladina an'ama Allahu alayhim minan nabiyyin, prophets, shuhada, witnesses, and then siddiqin and salihin, most truthful people and righteous people. Of course, they can overlap. Can be a prophet at the same time as a witness and righteous, but sometimes they don't overlap. I mean, sometimes they're not the same. As you remember, we said last week, this is positive ambition. Yeah, I don't want to be the richest person, for example, or the most famous person. This is not positive ambition, but I want to be one of the best people of the world. That is good ambition. I want to be the kindest person, the most charitable person. Not as a kind of arrogance, but as a kind of, positive desire and energy. وَارْزُقْنِي فَوْزَ الْمَعَادِ وَسَلَامَةَ الْمِرْصَادِ. We are very concerned about the hereafter, so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide us with fawz. Fawz means success. Success in the time that we return to God. Ma'ad means return, resurrection. So on the day of judgment, we want success. Success is very good, but if we succeed in dunya and not in akhirah, it's not that much beneficial. It's the main success, in the Quran we say, أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَائِزُونَ فُزْتُ وَرَبِّ الْكَعْبَةِ. It all comes, from this. Amir al-Mu'minin said, فُزْتُ وَرَبِّ الْكَعْبَةِ. Fawz means success, achievement. وَارْزُقْنِي فَوْزَ الْمَعَادِ وَسَلَامَةَ الْمِرْصَادِ. Mirsad, some people have translated as ambush. When there is, for example, war, sometimes the soldiers hide themselves, wait for the other group come and to surprise them, attack them. Or sometimes thieves, when people are traveling, they set up some kind of places so that they can surprise them and get them. So this is called mirsad. Mirsad means a place that you are waiting for the people that you want to catch them, to come. The Quran says, "Inna rabbaka labil mirsad." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also is waiting and prepared to get the criminals, you know, when they don't, maybe expect, or where they don't expect. So, salamat al-mirsad, safety from the ambush, again refers to safety on the day of judgment. Allahumma khudh linafsika min nafsi ma yukhallisuha wa abqi linafsi min nafsi ma yuslihuha fa inna nafsi halikatun aw ta'simha. One of the most beautiful sentences in spirituality. Very, very important. Normally what we think is, we think whatever is coming from me, it's me. Whatever is in me is me. Whatever emotions, feelings, attachment, desires I have is me. But Islamically, we know that although we have very precious self, which comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, but this precious self is not guaranteed to remain the same. So we can be dusted, or we can be polluted, or maybe, God forbid, even we can be corrupt, So sometimes there is some dust on the apple. Sometimes the apple is polluted. Sometimes it's spoiled. If it is dusted, you just blow it. If it is dirty, you wash it. But if it is spoiled, what can you do? Just you have to throw it away. Okay? So, human beings, normally you don't need to throw them away. Unless they are really, really, really vicious, then you put them in hell too. Because that's the only way that suits them. But normally, with tawbah, with transformation, with repentance, human beings can come back to the good condition. It's the beauty of Allah's creation in us, that no matter how bad we have been, we can again restore ourselves. But in any case, we have to know that we go through different conditions, and it's not that everything which is mine, or it is with me or from me, is good. You have to understand what is apple, what is dust, what is apple, what is germ. Yeah. So we say to Allah, please, خذ لنفسك من نفسي ما يخلصها. Please take for yourself from myself what would purify myself. To take everything that is a problem so that I become pure. What does it mean? Let me read the second sentence, then maybe it becomes more clear. وَأَبْقِ لِنَفْسِي مِنْ نَفْسِي مَا يُصْلُهَا. And please leave for me, from myself, my soul, what would correct it, what would put it into good order, what would reform it. Because my soul is destroyed unless you save it. So, our nafs is unfortunately sometimes suffering from problems. For example, excessive love for dunya, with all the branches that it has. For example, I love money too much. It's not that I love money because I can have comfortable life, or I can, help people. No, this is not excessive. But I love money because I want to be very rich. I want to, do everything I like. I want to have luxurious life. I want to put lots of money for thousands of years, So this excessive love, which is in self, it's not anywhere else, it's in the self, it's a kind of germ, a kind of dirt, yeah, in the sense that even Rasulullah says, حب الدنيا رأس كل خطيئة. Excessive love for dunya is the root cause of all problems. So if we want to help a person to get rid of this germ, how we can do it? Either we say, give some charity, and by giving out little by little, you will be less attached. And this is why Allah said to Rasulullah, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُزَكِّيهِمْ وَتُطَهِّرُهُمْ بِهَا. Take from their money charity, and in this way you purify them. So people cannot be purified just by prayer. They have to give money. Okay? And this is why I say charity has also to be as much as you feel the absence. You know what I mean? It should be difficult for you. So if I have a 1,000 pound and I give 1 pound, it doesn't have that much impact. Or if I have 1 million pound and I give 1,000 pounds, it doesn't have that much impact. It must be something that you feel it's going. Because this is the way that you become stronger. It's a kind of sacrifice. When you do sacrifice, it means there's a pain, but that pain is good pain. So we give money, or better, more precisely, we give attachment to the money. Okay? Because money by itself is not a problem. It's not that money is dirt. Attachment to money is a problem. Attachment to dunya is a problem. Yeah? Money has no problem. And therefore, this attachment even can be sometimes to the good things. If I am too much attached to my children, too much attached to my job, too much attached to my community, in the sense that it becomes like an idol for me, that's a problem. So, therefore, sometimes the only way is to lose some of these things so that you can really be free. So either you volunteer for giving and charity and freeing yourself, or God forbid, maybe tragedies happen that force you, sometimes a war happens, earthquake happens, you lose all your money. Yeah? But volunteer is much better, because if you volunteer, then you get credit. If it happens without your choice, you don't get credit to begin with. If you remain patient, you get credit. But it's much different. If I give 1,000 pounds willingly, it's important, very important. But if I lose, for example, in a war, accident, and then I remain patient, okay, again I get reward, but it's not the same thing. So we ask Allah to take from us for Himself whatever would purify us. So even anything which is maybe valuable, but unfortunately I have mistaken it and had become a problem, I ask Allah to take it from me, or any attachment, anything. But to leave for me those things which will bring me into good condition. Yeah? Because we have lots of treasure, lots of beautiful, precious things in ourselves. We are not corrupt by essence. We are divine by essence. Yeah? So, and then we say to Allah, my nafs is halikatun, is going to be destroyed unless you save it. So no one should think that he is or she is 100% going to be okay because has worked a lot on himself or herself, has gone through lots of challenges, has passed the test, no. The moment you become heedless, that's the moment that you can fail. You have to be always worried. Allahumma anta uddati in hadintu wa anta muntaja'i in hurimtu wa bika istighathati in karithtu wa indaka mimma fata khalaf wa lima fasada salah. What I am very much amazed is how Imams alayhimus salam, which are of course results of Rasulullah is greater, but how our Imams were able to make these du'as, as if a group of scholars have worked for years to produce something, and they were just speaking like this, just praying like this. It's amazing. I'm sure even if we say to 5 scholars 1 year, you have they cannot produce unless now they copy and paste. That's another issue, but to begin with, it's amazing. Or Dua Arafah, Munajat Sha'baniyah, how can they just speak like this? Allahumma anta uddati in hazintu wa anta muntaja'i in hurimtu. Oh Allah, you are my means. Udda means means. For example, if you want to travel, your provision, your car, everything, you have money, is your udda. If there is a battle, your weapons, equipment, this is food, is your udda. So some people have said stores, but I don't know if it means the same thing. Stores in English?
Stores mostly refers to something that you have kept.
Like saving?
Reserves, reserves.
But udda is different from reserve. Udda means your means. Okay, so perhaps we can say means. Pardon?
Means is broader.
Yeah.
Stores is more things you would keep for difficulties, isn't it? Means could be like psychological means, it could be other things,
Yeah, so stores is part of it, what you have prepared and reserved, but it's maybe more than that.
Means are what? Resources?
And instruments, equipments.
Equipment and instruments, but not psychological resources.
It can be.
These are physical.
Any mean.
Ways.
Yes.
Like salat. Salat is a means. Yeah. Esta'inu bis-sabr was-salah. So we say to Allah, you are my udda, my means, in hazintu, if I am in grief, if I have sadness, you are my means. So it means that you can compensate for whatever problem I have had, whatever loss I had, and I can find in you such a great joy that would be able to overshadow the problem, either solve the problem or overshadow the problem. وَأَنْتَ مُنْتَجَعِي إِنْ حُرِمْتُ, and you are my hope, or some said my resources, or my hope when I am deprived. So someone doesn't give me, I shouldn't be feeling that this is the end of the world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there to help me and support me. وَبِكَ اسْتِغَاثَتِي إِنْ كَرِثْتُ, Karitha means tragedy. When I am troubled, when I have gone through tragedies, you are my aid. You are the one that I ask for help. Istighatha means to ask for help, to cry for help. وَعِنْدَكَ مِمَّا فَاتَ خَلَفْ وَلِمَا فَسَدَ صَلَحْ. With you, there is substitute for anything which is lost or anything which is gone. Fata from fault. Fault means to expire, to go. Okay? We say عجلوا بالصلاة قبل الفوت. What does it mean?
Before it goes.
No. عجلوا بالصلاة قبل الفوت وعجلوا بالتوبة قبل الموت. Some people think fault is dying, but it seems more accurate it is. Quickly go for prayer before prayer is missed. And go for tawbah before you die. Fault means to expire, to finish, to go, to... Yeah? Ayatollah Hassan Zadeh, may Allah inshallah give him long, healthy life. He says, because in Farsi in Iran sometimes they say on the announcement for death of people that this person, fought karde. He say, fought.
In Urdu we say fought, so that's
yes,
why.
yes. So they fought karde. And he said this is wrong. No human being, can be said it has fought karde. Because fought means to expire. We don't expire.
Yeah.
We
what
don't.
should be the word used then?
So we can say he has passed away or he has departed from this world. He has died, but we cannot say he is perished or he has expired. Because fought in Arabic means to finish, to go.
Yeah.
So we don't finish by death.
Passed on.
Pardon?
Someone's passed on. It means passed on to the next world, isn't it?
Yes.
Someone's passed on.
Passed on, yes, we can say passed on or passed away from here.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we are in dunya, so we think those who are with us, they are there, and if they are not with us, they are not there. But it's not true. If they are not with us, it doesn't mean they have finished.
We say intaqal in Urdu.
Yes.
Intaqal, which is better, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Change your place.
Or we say irtihal. In Farsi and Arabic, say irtihal. Irtahala ila Allah. Irtahala ila means he has traveled to Allah. Pardon? Irtihal is from rahla. Rahla means trip. Irtihal means to travel.
Hal means state.
Pardon?
Hal.
Hal is.
State.
Yeah, no, this is
This
Rahla.
root word is longer with the ra included, isn't it? This is the longer root word with the ra
yes,
is included.
rahla, rahla. Yes, from rahla.
And in
Rahla
in Arabic it's just...
and rahil, yes.
Is it just mot in Arabic, which is the word for death?
Mot, yes.
Only.
No.
Means death.
Mot means death.
It doesn't mean anything else, like foot
No.
means something else.
Yes, fought means something else.
Yeah.
But as far as I remember, we don't have in the Quran fought for death. What we have in the Quran for death is maut. We have also qatl, which is for killing. And also we have wafat. Wafat is different from fought. توفاهم الملائكة الله يتوفى الأنفس. Wafa means to receive. When we die, we are received by God or angel of death. Wafa is from wafaya, but fought is from favata. It's different. So sometimes people, it's very common, they say, fought karde, but we shouldn't say fought karde, we should say wafat karde.
And what is maut?
Maut is death.
In
Maut is,
what sense?
It's general. Maut means death. Doesn't mean finish. Then it's depending on what you understand. What is your interpretation?
So would you please read that one again?
Which one?
The one about the fault.
Here?
The one you just read. The one you started the interpretation.
Okay. Yeah. وعندك مما فات خلف ولما فسد صلاح. With you, for everything which is fauta. Fauta means everything which is gone, which has finished.
Past tense of
Past, yes. For everything which has gone, with you is khalaf, means is replacement, substitute. Your children are your khalaf. The next generation is khalaf or khalifa, successor to the prophet. So anything which comes after is called khalaf. So whatever has gone, you have with you a substitute for that, replacement for that. Walima fasada salah, and for everything which has become corrupt, with you is the correction, it's the reform of it. وَفِيمَا أَنْكَرْتَهُ تَغْيِيرٌ, and with you, for everything that you don't like, there is change. So you can change things. So you should never become hopeless or despaired. So, but now, although we know that whenever there are difficulties, He can change, He can correct, He can substitute, but still we say to Allah, فَمْنُنْ عَلَيَّ قَبْلَ الْبَلَاءِ بِالْعَافِيَةِ, but please oblige me or have favor upon me before calamity comes with afiyah. Like, afiyah means well-being, for example. So that I don't need to go through bala and then have at the end solution, So before bala comes, give me afiyah. وَقَبْلَ الطَّلَبِ بِالْجِدَةِ, and before me being in need of searching and working hard, give me, rich, give me what would be sufficient for me. Because sometimes you can be poor for some time and work hard and get it. You should never lose your hope. But we ask Allah, if possible, let me get it even before experiencing that hardship. So in our hadith, we ask for afiyah, we ask for health. Although whatever happens, we should be prepared. We should not be despaired. We should not, lose our patience. But we say, if possible, give us health, give us rizq, give us afiyah. Because these are easier and we can focus on other things if we have these things. And maybe, if God forbid I am very ill, very poor, maybe I cannot pass the test, So at the same time, that it's like a student who has well studied but still asks the teacher, please give us not too difficult test, You have studied everything, but you say, please give us easy test. وَقَبْلَ الضَّلَالِ بِالرَّشَادِ, before misguidance, give me guidance. So I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to go to wrong direction, to go astray, and then come back. Like, you don't want to be ill and then you become healthy. Yeah? وَكْفَنِي مَعُونَةَ مَعَرَّةِ الْعِبَادِ, please save me from the difficulty of dislike of people. Okay? So, because for us the opinion of other people is important, so we don't want to go through this difficulty, that people annoy us and dislike us. So ma'arra is like annoying or shame. Some people have said, but I think more you can say being hurt by people, being annoyed by people, being disliked by people.
Not our dislike of people.
Pardon?
Not our dislike of people. Their dislike of
No,
people.
they, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Wahabli amna yawm al-ma'ad. Again, Imam again connects it to akhirah. Because akhirah and dunya cannot be separated from each other. Please grant me security or safety. Amn. Amn means security, safety. Of the day of resurrection. Wamnahni husna al-irshad. And please grant me good guidance. Maybe good guidance for me, but may also mean to be able to give guidance to other people. But it seems here is more good guidance for myself. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa alih wadra anni bilutfik. Please defend me with your own lutf, graciousness, favor. Defend me. Waghudhuni bini'matik. Please nourish me, feed me with your blessing. Because you need proper diet and you need also protection, yeah? So you need to be defended, but if you are just defended, it's not enough. Imagine if you have a country that they invest all the money on police and army. This is not enough. But if you have everything in the country, but we don't have police and army, again, it's not enough. We need to defend ourselves, but we need also to have nourishment. وَغُضُنِي بِنِعْمَتِكَ وَأَصْلِحْنِي بِكَرَمِكَ. Please correct me, reform my condition with your generosity. وَدَاوِنِي بِصُنْعِكَ. And treat me, heal me with your action. Sun'a means your action. وَأَظِلَّنِي فِي ضَرَاكَ. Please shade me under your shadow or your shelter. وَجَلِّلْنِي رِضَاكَ. And please wrap me in your pleasure. Some people have said Jallilni means wrap me and cover. You can say cover me, wrap me. Okay? Then وَوَفِّقْنِي إِذَا اشْتَكَلَتْ عَلَيَّ الْأُمُورُ لِأَحْدَى. These next three sentences is about when there are different opinions. When you are faced with a difficult situation that you have to make decisions, but there are different options, different opinions, different choices. This is about that. وَفِّقْنِي إِذَا اشْتَكَلَتْ عَلَيَّ الْأُمُورُ لِأَحْدَاهَا. Please help me when affairs become difficult, become somehow confusing. Please give me tawfiq to do ahdaha, the best of them, the most guided one. Not just to make a good choice, to make the best choice. وَإِذَا تَشَابَهَتِ الْأَعْمَالِ. When actions are looking the same or difficult to distinguish what is good action, what is bad action, or what is best action, please give me tawfiq to do azkaha, the purest of them. Okay? وَإِذَا تَنَاقَضَتِ الْمِلَلِ. Milal, although sometimes we say milal for nations, but in Arabic, milal means ideas, traditions. We have many books called al-milalu wa-nihal. So millah sometimes means nation, but millah sometimes means tradition, religion, idea. So when ideas, traditions, thoughts conflict, please give me tawfiq to do the most pleasing one, or choose and go by the most pleasing one. Okay, then this passage also finishes. Maybe we can stop here. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.